So yet another video in this series for complete beginners in the Old Republic. What to do with your first character, so if you're just setting preferences, how to use the map, how to do keybinds, so you can use both mouse clicks and key presses to set your attacks, how to target enemies and friends, so you can use heals and attacks on them. I showed you how to find the quest, how to do the quest and turn it in to get the rewards. And I explained that at the end of your class story here, you should be doing side quest 2. We did a side quest in a previous video. You will be leaving your starter planet here of Python for a Jedi. This is a Jedi saved consular. It's a healer. Eventually, your class story will take you to the point where you get your lightsaber and your first companion. Went a little bit over companions in the previous video. And you will be going on to Republic Fleet and Coruscant for your next thing. Now, you'll be getting gear rewards as you level up, even here. Find your gear. Now, everything will end up in your inventory, which is right up here. This menu bar at the top where so much is found. Top left, second one down is inventory. So I have some things in here. I do have a piece of gear. I don't use it right now. I keep it, but I like it, but I just don't use it now. I don't have the mods I want for it. Another story. There's character sheet. This is my actual armor here. This is not what you see. That is another story. This is the stats. All right. My weapon, my offhand weapon, which is a focus for a Jedi Sage. These are things you get along the way, relics, implants, earpieces. Generally, you're going to be starting out just with gear, wrist, head, chest, hands, waist, legs, feet, boots, an offhand and main hand weapon. On the side, these things here are called outfit slots, outfit designer. This is a very, very useful thing. This allows you to have any appearance that you want, regardless of the stats on the gear. So this gear is all crappy stats, very poor stats. But it doesn't matter because it's only for appearance. It is this very top little person icon. That's it there. That's my actual gear. Ugh, don't like it. Companions have a similar thing, but it doesn't have any stats. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to pick one of my outfits. I have many outfits here by dragging pieces into there. And I make it active. You see that active button. I choose this one here. The active button says apply. I click apply. It applies that look to me. I'll keep that in the meantime. Down at the bottom of my character sheet. Companion. There's my companion. That's the gear that my companion has. Works the same way. Let me just show you here. I'm going to go back to my regular gear. This is the real deal here, as I said. I will go up to the inventory. That same menu again. Open my inventory. And I have another lightsaber in here. If I right-click that saber, I equip it. Now change places with the saber I was using. I can do the same thing again, and that saber appears back on my character. Same thing with any piece of gear. You can also drag. I can click that, drag it over to my lightsaber, drop it on there, and it replaces my lightsaber with the one I had in inventory. And I can do it again this way. This is the basics of putting gear on your character. Now this is modifiable gear. That is for another. That's for another video. You will be getting a lot of blue and green gear drops that are not modifiable. You'll get them often enough in the game. You probably don't really need modifiable gear. I would maybe say get a modifiable saber since you can buy mods for it. I would show you how to mod that later. But you will be getting gear throughout drops, class rewards, and it's probably good enough now. The way they have leveling now, you level quite fast. Especially if you do what they call heroic missions. They drop relatively good blue gear. Will probably get you through your whole story, although you can perfectly free to get modifiable gear and buy modifications for it. I will show you how to do that. But that's gear. This is basically where you will put on new gear that comes from drops in the game, or from gear that you buy. You simply go up to that top menu, all the way to the left, character sheet, anything that's in your inventory. Inventory is right under character sheet. Anything that's in here, you can just drag on to the spot you want it, or you can right-click it, and it will appear in the spot that it fills. If you right-click a pair of boots, it's going to fill your boots. It's not going to go in the wrong place. You really can't. You can drag it onto there, and that's about it. Same thing for your companion, but like I said, it's influence, which is another story that makes them better, not gear anymore. You just got to make sure they have a weapon so they can use their abilities, but the weapon can be of any level, any stats too. That doesn't matter. So, I'm going to close these things out. And now, as I said, let's assume you have finished your class story, you've got your companion, you've been equipping gear that you got as you leveled up. There is another quick travel point. As I mentioned, these are things you'll want to unlock. They should unlock automatically, but they don't always unlock. Your class mission will tell you you have to go to Coruscant. To get to Coruscant, you've got to go to the fleet. So we are at the Jedi Temple. We're right here. You have to go into the temple and upstairs. Find the shuttle to the fleet. And just like in the beginning, I showed you class trainers you want to be visiting once in a while. There are class trainers in here too. Class trainers are typically at the starting area of a planet. They are here. They are also upstairs. So now, let me open this up. This is just really showing me the ground floor of the Jedi Temple. I happen to know that there's a shuttle upstairs. You would be guided there if you had an active mission, as I showed you having an active mission when we did that side quest. It would guide you up those stairs. These arrows would probably be green, or one of them would be green, telling you to go this way. It would lead you upstairs. So we're upstairs. The map will now display the upstairs area, and I can actually see the shuttle here. If your active quest was to go to Coruscant now, because you had finished your class story here, that would likely be green. The shuttle icon here would likely be green. Down here, there's another class trainer. I have all these things I showed you in the map. I have them all activated so that anything that's in the area will show up on my map. So you could visit a class trainer here too. There I am. You can see me spinning around there. So if I went to my left, I could go down here and I could go to my class trainer to see if my abilities up that I needed updating. But let us go to the fleet in Coruscant. I know we run down this way. The map shows it. It is to my right. And I can see I've got to go down around this hallway through here. And pop up. Doorway, you can see me in the mini-map. There's more icons. Weekly heroic missions. I'm grabbing a heroic mission here from this thing. I can select this. I can double click it. Oops, nope. It used to work that way. Accept mission. Now it appeared up where our previous mission was, that side quest we did. And if I open them, and now here you can see on the mini-map, there's an arrow that has turned green, telling me this is the way I've got to go. It tells me I have to go downstairs. If I click on that green arrow, it shows me downstairs. And another green arrow appears. If I click on that, it's telling me what it's pointing me to. It's pointing me to that mission. If I click on that green arrow again, it takes me out to the world. Then, There's another green arrow appears on the map. It's telling me this is where I got to go in the map. If I click it again, it's showing me inside this cave where the mission occurs. And I get that spinning icon we saw on that side quest we did, meaning that there's things in this area I need for the quest. It's very similar to that quest, that side quest we had done. But I am going to abandon this for the moment. I'm going to click on that. That's going to open my missions, which is in this content menu, second from the left at the top, mission log. Here it is, Heroic 2, Chamber of Speech. I'm going to abandon it. It's going to ask me if I want to, and I do want to abandon it because I don't want to confuse the issue. But that's what happens when you take a mission. This is the same thing that would happen if you now had the class mission to go to Coruscant. Those arrows would lead you here. That shuttle. So, I know that this is where I have to go. I'm going to right-click on this door and choose Republic Fleet. See, there's not a choice to go to Coruscant. It's not entirely clear at the time for players. We have to go to the Republic Fleet. So I'm going to choose Republic Fleet. And here we are. We now exit the shuttle. We're in the Republic Fleet. And I'm going to end this here. And we'll continue from this point in the next video.